Did you know you could run your business from your smartphone? In this video, I'm sharing apps you will need to run your business while being mobile. Hey, I'm Felicia. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified when we drop new videos right here on the channel every Thursday and when we go live on Tuesdays. Guess what? I can run my business from my iPhone, which I'm recording this video on, and from my iPad. These are my two guns that I use to make deals happen. Okay, so today I want to share with you guys apps. I have a list of apps that I want to share with you guys. I've kind of broken them down into categories. One does not carry more weight than the other, but I do want to share these apps with you guys today so that you can begin to be more mobile in your business. Now, what do I mean by being mobile? I mean that you're able to transact business when you're away from your office. It's very, very important for you as a small business because let me tell you, sometimes we need a speedy reply. Sometimes the opportunity before you won't wait until you get back home off of a project. Sometimes the bid deadline is maybe the same day. Someone sends you an email and you're thinking, okay, I'll get back to it this evening when I get home from working in the field. And that doesn't always suffice. So I want to share with you some apps that you can use. They're no cost to very low cost that you can use to be mobile and be responsive in a quickly fashion when it's called for. All right. So I'm going to grab my iPhone, my iPad, because I don't want to forget any of the apps and I have a list. Okay. So I want to start with the general apps that I have for you guys. The first one that I really love is Google Drive. And, you know, that falls under Google, right? Where you can get your email with them. You can have Google Drive to store documents and things like that and share documents. So if you have to share contracts, bids, right? Solicitations. It's a great app to do that with. And most of these apps that I'm sharing with you, just so you know, you can use them on your iPhone, Android, your iPad, I forget what the other tablets, and your computer. So you can use it across the various platforms. So that's cool. Also, what I like in Google platform is Google Keep. And so Google Keep is a great place to keep notes. I like to store a lot of my social media posts in there, things like that. And you can use it as a to-do list if you like to do that as well. So it's very robust and it has a lot of features that I really like. So definitely check that out. And you also have Google Voice. So a lot of times people will say, hey, do I need to, pay for a business phone number? Well, with the Google Suite, okay, when you pay for the business side, I don't know if it's on the free version or not, so don't quote me, but I do know on the business suite side, you can have Google Voice as well. And so instead of having to give people your actual cell phone number, you can give them your Google Voice phone number. So that works really, really well. The other feature that Google has is Meet now, M-E-E-T. And so Google Meet is a platform that they have where you can hold meetings, where you're able to look at each other. You can also, how I do my weekly YouTube live. Well, I could do it under a Google Meet too if I wanted to. So it's really robust. I love the Google Suite. So definitely check that out if you're not using that. The other one is I like reminders. So this is a iPhone, iPad app, but I'm sure on the Android, you probably have some type of app that you can use, right, to write a list. And so I like to just use my reminders a lot of times for personal things I want to remember, grocery lists, I also use it where I have it broken out like Monday through Sunday. And then things I want to focus on a particular day, I'll just put it on that day. Okay, so I really like reminders, but it's been a little glitchy for me lately, like syncing up with my phone, my iPad, and my computer timely, like how I want it to be done. And so I also checked out Todoist, Todist. So I'm thinking about maybe switching to that. I don't know. I've been with reminders for so long and it's like right there on the app. So who knows? I may just stay with it. We'll see. Another app I really, really like, you know how when you're out and maybe you give a client a quote, right? And of course, we're not carrying copy machines and things like that with us. So a great thing you can do is really just take a picture of the document or documents with your phone. And so there's a great app called Scannable. Now, Scannable is under Evernote, okay? But again, it's a free app. I like it. And I use it. It's really, really accurate. And once you take a picture, it'll automatically say to Evernote. You can send it to yourself or someone else or multiple people via email, or you can get the link and send it via text. So I really like that feature as well. The other thing I like to use is the voice recorder on my iPhone. So you know how sometimes if you're driving, things like that, you can just hit the button, well, iPhone people, and you can have Siri voice record for you, and then you can go back and listen to it later. So I do like the voice recorder. Sometimes maybe you're doing things or you're holding a meeting and you want to record what's being said. So that's a great app for that. So all of these apps I just shared with you outside of depending on how much you want to use with Google, they're free. So Google does have the free version as well, but just depending on how robust you want it to be, you know, if you want your email, your business email attached to it, then there is a fee, and I think it's like maybe $5.99 for one email, something like that. So low cost, right? Okay, so those are the general apps I wanted to share with you guys. So next I want to get into the learning apps. These lights are hot, I'm sweating. So next I want to get into the learning apps. I have two learning apps that I like to use. And these two allow me to do other things. So multitask, if you will, while I'm learning. So one of my favorite is Audible. I love Audible because it reads the book to you. And me personally, I really, really enjoy it when the actual author read the book themselves, because some people have personality. And so when they're reading their own book, you get all of that. So like I'm currently listening to 50 Cent book, Curtis Jackson book, right? And I love it because it's him and he's telling the story. So it just, you know, makes me more and more engaged. Maybe it's not for you, but Audible is great. Very low cost. It's up under Amazon. And then I also like podcasts. You can also, you know, listen to podcasts while you're doing other things. Now, most people don't think this third one that you can multitask while doing this one as well. But if you're here, you probably know that you can because you watch all of my YouTube videos. So I love going on YouTube, listening to things while I'm working, while I'm exercising, because I don't necessarily have to watch everything just because it's on YouTube. A lot of times it's like me standing up here talking, right? And so unless I'm flashing something or showing something, you don't necessarily have to be glued to the screen. So that's my third favorite, YouTube, okay? Not in any particular order, just depending on what I want to listen to. So I love that. The next one is some security apps. So one thing you want to be mindful of, and the government is cracking down on this, is that you want to make sure you're mobile. I'm sorry, not mobile, but while you're being mobile, that you have the security features in place. So a couple that I like to use, especially for housing passwords and things like that. So as you begin to win contracts with the government and things like that, there's going to be various websites where you may have to go in and submit your information for payment through the government website. And so you just want to make sure all of your passwords and things like that are secure, especially when you get into teaming arrangements and you guys are sharing information amongst the two, you want to make sure you're protecting the other company's information as well. So I like LastPass, and I like that one because you can share the password access without actually giving them the password. So like if you have an assistant or someone working with you, you can give them access to a particular application, software, something like that, without having to give them your password. So that's pretty cool. And then you also have e-wallet, where I like to store my banking information and stuff like that. Okay. And you can, put passwords there as well, but I like LastPass for the share feature, and they have a free version. I think e-wallet is maybe, I don't remember. I bought it such a long time ago, but it's a one-time cost. You don't have to pay for it every year. And I think it may have been 20, 30 bucks at that time. I don't remember. Okay. So still, we're working on all of these free things, even the learning apps that I shared with you guys, like YouTube, the podcast, those are free. Audible is not free, but it's very low cost. Okay. And here's one of my favorite. Okay. This is my lead tracking app that I like to use. I'm able to access it on my iPhone, on my iPad, and my computer. This is where my money-making activities are housed. And what I love about this feature is it always tells you how much money you have on the table. So when I'm working with clients privately and they're like, I don't have any deals before me, or I don't have anything, I'm like, how are you tracking your leads? But if they're in Pipedrive, I can say, go look. Tell me how much money you have on the table. And now you know where to start looking for opportunities. So that app is Pipedrive. Pipedrive is low cost. I think it's less than 35 bucks per month. So again, low cost. And it is definitely one of my favorite apps. I use it every day. So other apps I've shared with you guys, let me tell you my favorites. Let me back up here, share my favorites. So I love Google Drive, the suite, love it. And I have the paid version. Again, it's less than $6 a month. I use reminders on my phone, iPad, computer. It's free. Love Audible, very low cost. I think I pay less than 20 bucks a month for that. And YouTube is one of my very, very favorites, and it's free. And then I like both LastPass and e-wallet for various reasons. LastPass, I have the free version. E-wallet is a paid application, okay? And then my favorite lead tracking app is Pipedrive. Now, you also have Streak out there, which is an app you can use within Google, Gmail, and they have a free version, but the free version just didn't give me all of the features that I wanted. And at the time, the cost for those features that I wanted, it just made sense to use Pipedrive, and it was cheaper. So you can definitely check out Streak as well, and you can integrate that with your Gmail. Pipedrive does it too, okay? So that's my favorite apps so far. Stick with me because I'm going to be sharing project management apps as well as apps to track your money, okay? So let me ask you a question. What is your favorite mobile app? Let me know down in the comments. What is your favorite mobile app? And I'm just going to tell you, I think mine's the one that I use the most and spend the most time in is probably YouTube. And not when I'm recording videos either. It's like my go-to source for information, okay? All right, so let's dive into, actually I have 3 more things to share with you before we wrap up. Project management apps, money apps, and then we're gonna talk about industry apps, and then we're gonna wrap it up, all right? So your project management apps, I have 3 that I wanna share with you. One is Basecamp. I used Basecamp years ago, and I liked it for what it was worth and for what I knew at the time as far as the various apps out there. So definitely, if it was all we had today, I would still, use it. It was great. It served its purpose. And I'm going to say Basecamp. I can't remember the cost, but it's probably closer to 50 bucks or so a month, 30 to 50 bucks. I don't remember. So it's a little bit more costly than some. And then you have Asana as well. And Asana has the free version as well as the paid version. But if it's just you starting out, you can definitely use the free version. Definitely check that out. And then you also have Trello. Trello is my favorite. So any of you guys that you purchased the sequencing formula from me, how I laid out the steps for you or what you needed to do step by step as far as what I was teaching in the sequencing formula, I provided you with a Trello board. So if you didn't get it, that means you just didn't click the link. But I shared that link with you, and all you had to do is create you a Trello account. It's free. And then you would have the board to follow to actually implement. I'm going to have to ask the people that have went through the sequencing formula and they've completed it like really, really quickly. I'm going to ask them, did they use the Trello board? That's need to know information. So definitely check out Trello. It is my favorite. It is free. You can get the free version, and it does a lot of things. Okay. It has a lot of features. I love it. I'm also in that app every day for business. And it works just great across the platforms, my iPhone, my iPad, and my computer, okay? Now let's talk about some money, all right? Who want to talk about money? Let's talk about tracking your money. I cannot stress enough the importance of tracking your money and being mobile in doing that. So let's talk about some of these apps that tracks your money. So the first one I want to talk about is not necessarily tracking your money, but calculating. So you want to make sure you have a calculator. Most devices come with a general calculator. Now, depending on what you need to calculate, you may need a special type of calculator. And most of those, you can just go to the App Store and get that particular calculator that you need. So like if you need to do square feet, whatever it is, you know, within your business, however you need the numbers to show, you could probably find a calculator that would do that. So definitely look for that. Oh, I'm shaking my camera. Definitely look for that if that's something you need. But definitely use your calculator. It is there for a reason. Okay. The next one you want to have is your bank apps. Did you know most banks have a mobile app that you can use? It'll also provide you with notifications of various things as it relates to your banking. You know, transactions coming in, transactions going out, which is really, really great if you have team and they have access so that you can see what's happening with your bank account real time. Or say you're out on a job site and you're waiting for a payment to come in from one of your customers. You can see that, get notification when it hits. And you can set up other notifications as well, you know, just pertaining to what you want to know about your business. But the great thing is you can also go in to the app and conduct banking activities. So that's also great, especially, you know, right now. You can also do mobile deposits of checks and things like that. So if your customers are paying you by check, instead of having to run to the bank every day, you can use your phone, have your mobile app, click, and deposit, okay? So that's great. Another app that you would want to have is for your credit cards. Definitely, you know, you should have those mobile apps as well so that you can see those transactions as they're hitting, especially in today's time because, you know, stuff happens, right? And sometimes transactions come across that you did not authorize. And so you want to stay on top of that as well. You know, we want to keep track of our money. So it's important to have those mobile apps as well. And then you can always go in there and check too. You know, you have 5 minutes, maybe part of your money activities is that you check your bank account every day. You check your credit card transactions every day just to make sure there's nothing out of order, okay? So those are great apps to have. Now, here's the game changer app you want to have, and this is your accounting bookkeeping system. Depending on what you're using, there's probably an app for that as well. I use QuickBooks Online. Most of my customers do. It'll take you to the $1 million mark and beyond. Trust me, I know. And so I love QuickBooks and the features, and it's not that difficult to use. And I say that lightly because I have an accounting background. It could be for some people, but if that's the case, you can definitely have a bookkeeper doing your bookkeeping for you, but you can still have access to the mobile app and see what they're doing, right? And just see what's going on with your money and things like that. And here's the thing. Also, when you're doing it on a computer through an application, you know, when you have to provide financial statements, you can just click, click, click and have it produced for you versus having to calculate numbers, making sure you're not missing anything. You know, the computer software does it for you. So I love QuickBooks. I've been using QuickBooks for a very long time. And I used to teach as well at the college level, and I've taught Peachtree and some other applications, and I've even used other applications in my business like what was it? Foundation was one. I can't remember the other, but my favorite is QuickBooks. I like QuickBooks. Simple, easy, straight to the point. Now, you know, if you need other things beyond QuickBooks, then you can definitely look into another software. But if you're looking for a software to produce the accounting information that you need for your business, QuickBooks will do that for you, okay? So QuickBooks is, you know, I would say, you know, low cost, you know, depending on what version you want. But I think even still, it's probably $50 or less a month. So, you know, still low cost, okay? So there you have it. Now you have apps that you can use while running your projects, but also being able to respond to other business activities as they come up. So it allows you to be mobile. If you don't have any projects, that's another problem. And if you don't know how to bid projects, that's an even bigger problem, which leads me to invite you into the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. The doors are open. Registration is going on. Come on in, join us inside of the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. I'm getting emails on a weekly basis. People asking me, you know, is the bootcamp for me? Here's my situation. Let me break it down for you. The Contractors Edge Bootcamp is for you if you need help bidding contracts. If you haven't bidded a contract yet, you want to get your first bid done, it's for you. If you need to learn how to read the solicitations, you don't understand what they're saying, you need to learn how to break it down, pull out the requirements, yes, the bootcamp is for you. We also take that, what you learn with pulling the solicitation information, and in turn taking it, writing your proposal. All of that is in the flow of learning how to get your first bid done. We cover that inside the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. Now we cover other things too, some foundational things as well, but the meat and potatoes, everybody will tell you, is in Module 3, where we cover bid and profit. Although don't sleep on the modules that come after that, because they're just as important, but for a different reason. Okay, so if you're looking to get your first bid done, if you need help, you know, reading those solicitations, learning how to do that, then come join us inside the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. Let me tell you how you do it. You can go over to firstbiddonefast.com. Of course, I'm going to put the link below. And once you get there, you'll put in your information. Well, let me back up. You'll select your payment option, however you want to pay, and then you'll put your information in. Once you do that, it's going to take you to the page. You'll create your password. Once you create your password, you have access. You'll have access to the training modules. You get started right where you're at. And then you'll also come join me for the live sessions in July, so that now you can get help. That's me rolling up my sleeves, getting down in the trenches with you on your bid, helping you pull out the requirements, helping you with the bidding portion, as well as putting together your proposal. That is the focus of the live sessions, to ensure that you get your first bid done. But you got to come prepared. I'm bringing the information. As I tell people, I'll get you to the deal table, but it's up to you to close the deal. Okay? So that's what we're doing inside the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. Again, it's over at First Bid Done Fast. Let me just tell you one other thing. To get started, the investment is $997. Okay? The normal investment is $1,997. So if you want to take advantage of that, you want to make sure you sign up before the live sessions happening beginning, I think, the week of July 15th. So you want to sign up before then. Again, it's totally worth $19.97 or more, right? One opportunity will more than cover your investment into the boot camp. But if you want to save some money, you know, going back to my accounting roots, money management, why not, right? Save it if you can, okay? So go over to First Bid Done Fast if you'd like my help. That's where I'm able to really learn about your business, answer your questions specific to you and your business. Okay, I'm not able to do that via all the emails that I get from people that are asking questions, unfortunately, because out of integrity, I focus on those people that are investing in themselves. And so that's where I decided, you know, to spend my time out of integrity, right? You would be mad if I was slighting you and you paid. Okay, so definitely come join us in the boot camp. I would love to work with you, help you get your first bid done. And don't forget, if you're digging what I'm putting down, make sure you like the video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, do that too. All right, so until next time, I'll see you right back here real soon. Bye for now.